What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about Adam22 and Wack100's reaction to Bricc Baby being mentioned in the murder for hire trial involving Lil Durk. This case is sending ripples through the industry, and you know we gotta break it all down. We'll explore what this means for No Jumper, the potential fallout, and how it could impact Adam22's platform moving forward. With the stakes being so high, it's a conversation you won't want to miss. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more updates, and let's jump right into it.
Yes, girls. And so she says to me, now take that peg out your ass and put it in your mouth, bitch. Checkmate. Now stay in your lane and tell Bricc Baby I said thank him for the boss top he pulled.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I respond, you let Bricc give you top? She said,
good troll.
She said, nah, you suck his dick and I don't secondhand dick suck. So, okay, you want to know what she means when she says for the boss top he pulled? There's an infamous clip from a vlog that was filmed at O Block a couple months after FBG Duck was killed, in which O Block legend Boss Top is basically talking about life in O Block, and there's a bunch of cars in the background that were later linked to the FBG Duck killing. Everybody's kind of in this joyous mood. I don't know how long after Duck got killed this was actually filmed, but it was later edited to take a lot of this footage out of the video, but a lot of people have pointed towards that and basically said, like, this is obvious proof that O Block was responsible for Duck's murder, which we all now know is basically true. So she's taking credit for, she's saying that Bricc basically did the same thing that Boss Top did by first putting that narrative out there, which I disagree with, because honestly, I could have very easily said, oh, they were saying slide for Duck. Well, Lil Pab got killed. It would make sense if OTF was in some way. Like, I could have said that as a civilian with no knowledge outside of watching YouTube videos. So I don't really see how Bricc was demonstrating that he had any kind of insider knowledge.
She's saying that Bricc was the first ones
to put the narrative out there.
You can call it a narrative or you can call it a tip.
Right.
Right? Because at the time, OTF was never mentioned.
Right.
He's the first one that made any type of anything.
I'm not gonna lie, Wack100, the way he's been so persistent about this one topic is, this is somebody I don't want to have a problem with ever in life. Like, this man is, man, the conviction in his voice is just, it's ridiculous, bro.
That OTF was involved by saying, I guess they can't say they didn't slide for bond no more.
I'm not a street dude, but he got me ready to leave the streets. He got me ready to just leave things. I'm not a street dude.
I mean, end of the day, it's a violation. But I'm trying to defend Bricc because I don't think he really means it. I think this podcast thing has crossed his wires. Some things you do not say.
If Trap Lord Ross had said, I believe that a likely scenario is that somebody who was paid by OTF,
no problem.
Then who gives a Bricc has got photos hanging out with Durk a couple years back. That makes that's what made everybody say, yo, what the, yeah.
Not only that, at the time, Quando claiming 6-0. So it's like, he was too confident in what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? He was too confident, and it was like, Bricc need to just like go in the pot. Listen, I challenge Bricc to stop saying on the dead homies, on Hood, and on 6-0. No, for real.
He might have started saying it less.
No, because if he can wing himself from saying these things, then he could convert his mind into like, he's a podcaster and then know how to separate one from the other. He comes here in full gangbang mode, like he talking to the homies, and ain't understanding you talking to the world. You're not sharing information on the block with your homies. You
not even to like interrupt his wisdom right here, but when I had my last No Jumper interview, me and Bricc was talking, and I was telling Bricc, like, man, his capability and the potential of being such a great podcaster, but unfortunately, you know, the lean and the getting high, the person, all of that, and nodding off and stuff, it's directly detrimental to the growth of him in this podcasting space. Like, just imagine somebody who has a bit of college education, who has a little bit of a lexicon that's better than most, and you can hear it kind of shine sometimes, but unfortunately, you know, we have addictions in all of our family, right? So I'm not really here to judge him, but I definitely think if he were to leave like the drugs and all this stuff alone and hone in on the craft, you got to think about the reach that No Jumper has. That's like 5 to 10 million people monthly. You got to think about the young artists out there that are, you know, that are taking penitentiary chances, as we've come to see, in order to get these opportunities to, you know, let their music and let their talent be heard. So it's more than just crashing out, or it's more than just selling ourselves as brands. We have an obligation and a duty to the younger generation and the people without platforms and people without the reach to share your reach and, you know, pass the ball.
Platform talking to the world, and it gets out there. And some things, him coming from where we come from, where he come from, you just can't do that. You just can't do it.
Yeah, that seems fair. He should probably.
You know, some real, and I ain't, you know, just real stuff.
I feel like he probably, that was like 2 years ago. So I feel like he probably has learned a lot about what's appropriate to say on the podcast since then. He's definitely been through a whole bunch of different debacles.
Nah, and here's the thing, my boy Adam, you feel me? It's all good. I ain't finna crash on, even though you pick sides with Kev. It is what it is. I get it. You niggas is like millionaires, gotta, you know, protect each other back, whatever. But anyways, for someone that's of your ilk and been in this space for as long as you've had, and someone that I've drawn inspiration from, for you to say, oh yeah, I can see how you're right about that, but you know, you got to hold a bit of accountability too, because you've cultivated some of our favorite potters, as in, you know, back on Figg, community, blah blah blah, Flakko, Bricc, these people that have built their own, you know what I mean? And so you could have done that same, like, you've coached people when they're giving you signs and indications of bad podcasting. So that right there is not only a sign of bad podcasting, but it's not good for the health, or the mental health, the sanity of you know, the podcasters that you choose to bring up there.
With people getting mad at him about shit that he said, but for sure that, you know, that was a pretty historic one. And keep in mind that clip was basically used by Traplo Ross, who he's now buddy with, but Traplo Ross really was kind of pushing a narrative at one point of like, it seems like Bricc did this. Like, he was kind of saying like, Bricc seems like he was probably the shooter in this situation, which is a lot.
Well, that's Traplo, because he's from UK.
Yeah.
But from how he's saying it, is like, he got the call. He knows the inside scoop. They got at him because he like, y'all can't say OTF didn't slide for King Von. What you talking about? And then he names the situation. Now, you got the people saying, well, this dude's a known gang member. He ran with these people. Okay, well, let's look over there. Maybe they wasn't even thinking about looking over there, but because they heard him say it, they like, let's look into that. Let's just see where it takes us. And they might have looked at one dude, grabbed at one dude from what they heard, and the one dude went bad and fed him everything else. So it's kind of like, I just think, you know, he's a great addition to the platform. I just think he really needs to just straight work on being. Bricc will never return back to gangbang life. Where he is as a man and a father and a husband, he don't want to go there.
If you're late 30s, it would be a pretty big step back to be like, you know what?
Oh, absolutely. I can definitely agree with that. You know, there's so much more you can do with that reach, so much more you can do with that platform, you know, so going back into, yeah, man, that's definitely a big step backwards.
And he has done a few things and been exposed about a few things that it wouldn't be wise and smart and safe for him to just go back to that 100% completely. Get your circle of comrades that love you and you love them and y'all rock out. But he needs to just like, he got to reprogram his mind, because that is going to get louder and louder as this case gets bigger and bigger.
But honestly, that clip is not him really like revealing any kind of insider information just to have his back on this. He's not really saying anything beyond what realistically a lot of 16-year-old white kids were probably saying on Twitter and Instagram that day as well.
16-year-old white kids aren't bona fide certified gang members in the streets of Los Angeles, that's tied to the actual group that you are talking about. A 16-year-old white kid is just like, oh, I bet it might have been this. You got Bricc photos, what's happening. This dude really from his neighborhood in a different state, and he like, they can't say they didn't slide, as if he knows that that's what that was about. It's different, bro.
I didn't see it, but he was on the No Jumper show this morning, and I guess they broke the news about this on camera and were making him watch that clip.
And what did he say?
I didn't actually see it, but some people were commenting on the Reddit I saw, basically saying that.
All right, y'all, we'll end the video right there. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. If you're still here, please check out one of these videos in front of your face. Leave a like, a comment, maybe a subscribe if you can. They're all completely free, and it helps with the algorithm.